Today's Cajun Court.
The $14,000, that should have been some bling, 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 bling.
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't. But I know that's my apartment, it's not his. And you owe me money, so you need
Still
to pay
made an agreement on
you need to
getting
pay
it in
money.
the month when I got my stimulus.
You know, I
Here's
gave you
a
plenty of time
inspection.
I gave you plenty of time to get your stuff together. And you're a wannabe rapper. You're on Facebook all over it, showing off your jewelry, showing your diamond grill, all on Facebook. Yet you owe rent that you hadn't paid.
All rise. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott presides. Cajun Court is now in session.
Don't make me drop my hammer.
He's the drunk. He did pay.
Just a minute. If brains was dynamite, you couldn't even blow your nose. When the bull is up to your ears, keep your mouth shut.
I ain't going back to jail. Because this is a railroad job. She probably slashed my tires with her teeth.
This isn't art, this is velvet peace.
An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Take it from me, you can overcome anything. Please change your life. Get him, Rod. Oh, we'll get along just fine when you realize I am the boss.
The plaintiff is suing the defendant for stealing his expensive 14-karat gold mouthpiece grill during a routine inspection. He claims that the inspection came under false pretenses. The defendant is the current owner of the apartment and claims that the plaintiff is 3 months behind on his rent. He assures the court that he notified the plaintiff of the upcoming evictions. However, the defendant decided to take matters into his own hands. Stay tuned to find out what happens on today's Cajun Court.
Cajun Court is now in session. The Honorable Jacqueline A. Scott is presiding. All of the litigants have been sworn in. This is case number 1510, rental collateral.
I see that you all have a dispute that I would like to help you solve. Plaintiff, we're going to start with you, young fella. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine, just getting what I'll get back.
You filed a complaint against your landlord. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Tell me what's going on.
He has stole something from me that was mine over false pretenses. Lied about what he was about to do whenever he was coming to my house, and
Tell me something about yourself.
well, I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me something about this rapping.
Well, right now it's in the media. Right now, it's able to help out people. Be able to talk your mind in ways that you haven't been able to do before.
Well, when I was coming up, the people didn't rap, they just sung a song and sang and made a little music, but now you got to talk it out.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, put a little tune to the conversation. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, just go on and tell me why you're here.
I'm here suing my landlord because he stole something from me.
First of all, it's not your house. You're renting my property. I have the lease agreement right here.
Okay. But sir, I asked the plaintiff right there. I'm going to get to you, so if you can not interrupt,
I
I'll get to
apologize,
you
Your Honor.
shortly. Go ahead.
Well, what I was about to say, Your Honor, is that he stole my grill.
What do you mean? Grill, like barbecue pin? I haven't read all these.
This, my grill, teeth grill.
So grill, okay. Come on, Roy, let me see what this is. Grill, okay.
A 14-karat gold dime-studded grill he stole from me while under a house inspection.
And so what do you do with this?
Being flashy, showing
I am
off.
a little old. I'm thinking barbecue pit.
I know what you mean, but
yeah, yeah, okay. So you put this in your mouth?
yes, ma'am.
What do you do with this?
Show off my bling.
Okay.
Show off my shiny teeth.
Okay, so for what purpose?
Just in videos, be able to show off I have money and all.
Your landlord took your grill and you're suing him.
He went into my house for a routine inspection, and then I went back right after he did it, and I couldn't find my grill.
Do you have your lease agreement with you today?
Yes, ma'am.
So is that part of the agreement that the landlord inspects? And it does say a routine inspection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so go ahead, tell me what else going on with you.
Well, whenever I checked back, I couldn't find my grill. I was just baffled that my landlord could have stolen it from me.
You stole 3 months' rent from me.
Sir, please do not interrupt again. Just to get a little bit more information. I'll be over there to you.
I apologize.
I'll be right with you.
I apologize.
Because you had a diamond, and how much something like this costs?
It costs way more than 3 months rent, I can tell you that for sure. But it's just,
So do you make good money rapping?
I mean, if I'm able to get that, I'm pretty sure I can be able to do it. It's just,
We're gonna take a break and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back in session. I've had the opportunity to do a little research on this grill, and looking at your receipt, your grill costs $14,000. Is that the value of it?
yes, ma'am.
You make good money rapping, huh? What's the process of putting it in your mouth?
Just a little clicking, just
Yeah,
kind of like
gotta
that.
fit like dentures or something. Know about dentures, but a grill.
Very expensive
14,000.
dentures.
And what are you suing for?
I'm just trying to get my grill back.
Oh, okay. $14,000. You're mighty young.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm in the wrong profession, Rod. Now, you're the landlord?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long have you been his landlord?
Oh, about 5 years.
5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, how much is his rent a month?
It's $1,000 a month.
He's accusing you of going into his apartment and taking his grill.
Yes, ma'am. And it's my
forgive
place.
me, I was thinking of the, we're talking about a $14,000 set of teeth.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, sparkly teeth at that. Why did you go in his apartment?
Well, he owes me about 3 months back rent and hadn't paid me. So
Oh, I thought it was for
I took his
his
grill.
complaint. Did you do inspection on his apartment?
Yes, ma'am, I do randomly. Yes, ma'am.
And has he been paying his rent?
Oh, no, ma'am. He's renting from me
Okay.
and stuff, and
And you say it's $1,000?
I own the apartment. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's $1,000 a month.
Yes, ma'am.
So is he behind?
Yes, ma'am. 3 months.
3 months behind. Did you start an eviction or give him notice that he's behind?
No, ma'am, you do their late fees first, then we do the eviction, will be the next step. It depends on the circumstances, but I usually work with my tenants. If they work with me, I work with them.
So what's your late fee?
About $50 extra.
But sir, tell me you're making good money, $14,000 grill. Why aren't you paying your rent?
Due to COVID, I wasn't able to do much stuff with my rapping, and I was just wasn't able to do much stuff. So I got behind.
Do you rap at a club? Or,
Well, since COVID hit, the clubs were kind of slowing down, so I couldn't really go anywhere.
so you're saying you couldn't work,
Couldn't work, yes, ma'am.
but you put your grill in the closet.
Yes, ma'am.
Was it in a safe or was it?
It was just in my closet, ma'am, top shelf. I didn't.
You did
expect-
authorize your landlord to go in your closet. I want to know what's the inspection?
Well, I went in there just to check the appliances and everything. Saw the grill laying there. He owed me back rent,
So
so
you
I just took
stole
it as
it?
collateral.
You stole it, and you use it.
Well, I felt like he owed me money, so I took it as collateral.
Is that how you conduct your business?
No, ma'am, not usually.
If you stole it, that's illegal. That's not the proper eviction process.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want my grill back.
You're not
ma'am.
interested in money. You just want your grill, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you just communicate with him and just tell him, hey, look, I need you to pay my rent money right now.
Yes, ma'am, I have. I reached out to him and not getting much of a response. Keeps promising me he's going to pay me, promised me he's going to pay me, and hasn't paid me. So.
We're going to take another break, and I'll be right back. I'm going to get you some eviction information. We'll be right back. We're back in session. Is it true the plaintiff here agreed to an arrangement on the late rental fee?
Yes, ma'am. We talked about it briefly, and he'd made a promise to me that he'd make my payments to me, and I have yet to receive a payment.
So he has not paid anything.
No, ma'am. He's
Did you
not
think
paid
it was
anything.
appropriate to keep his grill?
Well, I did until he paid me.
So basically,
I
you
did.
took the law in your own hands without the proper process.
I guess I might
Did you
have
know
had-
the value of the grill?
No, ma'am, I didn't.
With everything going on with the pandemic, did you think you could help? God have a little mercy on him? Did you think about that?
Yes, ma'am. And he's a expired wannabe rapper, and I think he needs to get out and get a job Either that or move out of my house.
But is that your call?
Ma'am?
All you want is your rent. Why do you think, he needs to do something other than being a rapper? And it seems like a $14,000 grill seems like he's doing pretty good.
Yes, ma'am, he is, and that's why I can't understand why he doesn't pay me. He's doing that well. He should be able to make a payment, at least make some payment.
So you were just speculating that he should have been saving some of that money he's making instead of putting it in his teeth?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
That's a good question. You're young, you're making money, $14,000 in a grill. Did you think about saving?
I mean, before, like, I was making money, I was doing good and all that stuff, so I'm like, maybe I can make a big purchase to show how well I've been doing. But then that's right as COVID hit. And then that hit me harder than I thought it was gonna hit me.
So tell me this. So evidently you hadn't been saving any of that money, that rapping money. I would assume if you can pay $14,000 for some grill, for some teeth, then you should be able to have that little money saved on the side. That's the problem I have with a lot of young people. Through the process of making good money, you should spend some and save some. And so evidently, unless you're lying to me, you didn't have any savings.
No, ma'am.
No savings.
No savings, ma'am.
So you think it's appropriate to put $14,000 in a grill, but you don't have nothing back up. Well, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
How many people you have living in your apartment complex?
5.
And so did you have mercy on anybody else? Is that your procedure? Just go in and act like you're going to inspect the apartments and take their belongings?
Well, I'll try to work with all of my tenants. If they work with me, we try to make an agreement. And usually when they agree on something with me, most of them honor their agreement. But did
anybody else, my question is, did anybody else have that problem when you went in and took their belongings?
No, ma'am.
The payment was at the end of the month, and it hasn't been the end of the month yet, so.
But you're 3 months behind. Which end of the month we want to talk about?
I mean, literally, we said at the end of the month.
Do you plan to evict him?
It depends on the circumstances. That's the last resort that I want to do is evict him. We can't work something out, and I may have to.
Well, it seems like you all had worked something out, and it evidently didn't work. You did take the grill, which is not the proper procedure. Where's that grill now?
I have it stored in a safe at home.
In your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what about if somebody came in and just stole that safe out of your home?
Yeah, he'd have trouble. It's a big one.
And he's got a receipt that the doggone grill costs $14,000.
That's why I put it in the safe.
I tell you what, I've heard enough from the two of you all. I have enough to make my decision in this matter. I did do a little homework. I'm going to come back with a conclusion, and we can end this. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, I've come to a conclusion in this matter, and I am going to say to the defendant here, I suggest you get a new protocol for your late payments and eviction. I have gathered some information to help you, okay? And Rod, I'm going to ask you to give this to the defendant in just a moment. There's some laws on eviction that you have to follow. You just can't go in and take your tenant's belongings as collateral for late payment or no payment, and you were wrong. Did you know the value of evidently seeing the $14,000? That should have been some bling, 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 bling.
Yes, ma'am. No, I don't, but I know that's my apartment, it's not his, and you owe me money, so you need to pay
Still made an agreement on getting it in the month when I got my stimulus.
You know, I gave you plenty of time to try. I gave you plenty of time to get your stuff together. And you're a wannabe rapper. You're on Facebook all over it, showing off your jewelry, showing your diamond grill, all on Facebook. But yet you owe rent that you hadn't paid.
So you knew that there was something valuable in that apartment. Am I correct in saying that? I'm assuming that you knew.
No, ma'am, I didn't.
But you know he's on Facebook, and you said you saw.
Well, he's on there, yes, ma'am, flashing a lot of jewelry, and he does flash that diamond grill, yes, ma'am.
So it sounds like to me he may have had something besides that. The grill teeth. Did you take anything else?
No, ma'am.
So you probably knew that there was a little value to that grill.
I figured it could be, yes, ma'am.
Now he says his grill was in that closet. Where did you get the grill from?
Ma'am?
He said that his grill was in a closet.
Yes, ma'am. It was actually on a dresser. He didn't leave it in the closet. It was on the dresser.
No, it's.
Where was your grill?
It was always in the closet, top shelf all the time.
You didn't by any chance leave it out. But anyway, he got your grill.
Yes, ma'am, he did. He even admitted to it on the phone. I calmly asked him, saying, hey, have you seen my grill anywhere? He said, yes, I took it. He stole it, intentionally.
Yeah, but I also
let me ask
told
you
you,
something. Did you report it stolen? Did you call the police? Did you do anything of such
Well,
nature?
this is what I came for, just to get my grill back from him.
Okay, so you didn't call authorities, anybody else in on this. It's just the two of you. All you had the agreement. You lucky, sir, that he didn't call. You actually went in and stole his belongings, and that was very improper. And I'm going to give you some information on landlords and tenants, so you can make sure that you do things right, because you did not do this properly. My goodness. People come in here and in this life you think you can do anything you want to do to people, get by with it, and you should know better. This is a young man, although I don't agree with him paying $14,000 for some grills, but you old enough to know better. I'm looking at you, I would think, Land, you've been through the process, and you're saying this is the only tenant you've done this to. You may want to look at the proper procedure for eviction. You have to give notice, and if you come up with an agreement and continue to allow the person to stay, you've got to abide by that agreement. It's not fair. Your word is your bond. And young man, if you're rapping, I think you've learned a lesson from this. $14,000, that is a lot for some teeth. But you need to save some of that money. And especially you have the edge, you got the stimulus money. Take care of your business.
Your Honor, he had the upper set and the bottom set. Maybe he can keep the top set and give me the bottom set for the rent.
Full
You can just
$14K.
you don't need all your teeth.
I get the full teeth.
Now, there's a set in the jar. Is that your false teeth or is that your mother's? I've seen them set in false
my
teeth
teeth.
in the jar.
Flick it in and easy.
Okay. Well,
I got better teeth than you.
I believe that, probably so.
Sir, give him his set of teeth, his whole set.
I can't keep one of them. All
No.
right?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
In today's case, Justice Jackie ruled in favor of the plaintiff after he was a victim of stone-cold theft. Defendant, how do you feel about today's ruling?
Well, I don't agree with it. I think it was unfair. The man owed me 3 months of rent. I think he should pay up.
All right, plaintiff, how do you feel about today's ruling?
I'm just glad to have my grill back, and that's all I need to say.
All right, well, stay tuned for more episodes with Justice Jackie.